Welcome to the Doghouse Chat. We survived the week-ish. Hang on. Speaking of work stuff. Sorry, folks. Okay. Make sure that actually goes through. All right. So, pardon me for the hams. Let's get a drink into us. All right. Where are we at? We're not done yet. Oh, boy. Sorry, chat. Oh, if it was easy, everybody'd be doing it, right? Just to let you know, chat. Sorry. Indeed, next Saturday, not tomorrow, but the following Saturday, there won't be a stream. We're going to try to make it up during the week. Maybe Wednesday, maybe Friday next week. We'll have a bonus day stream because major tournament, probably 144 players like it was before for the Super Bowl, and our head pro / GM, when he and I were making the schedule for next week, we were putting everybody's times in. Hang on. Sorry. When we were putting everybody's times in for the tournament, as to when they would when they would be working, he and we didn't send it out like this, but he just put "effed" beside me, as in we're both effed. He's going to be cooking 150 burgers. I'm going to be running around like a chicken with my head cut off. It's going to be all sorts of fun. And hopefully that will be the last of the work texts while we're busy streaming. Okay, let's get at it. First day of the new season yesterday. Lots of folks were busy going, what the F and what? I don't know if you guys saw it. Tim the Tat Man apparently dropped in on Dr. Disrespect to see how he was doing. I don't know if it's actually the timing that Tim had tweeted out, but he said dropping in on Dr. Disrespect to see how he's enjoying the new Fortnite season. ... 30 seconds later ... and Dr. Disrespect ramp rushes somebody and gets absolutely fucking destroyed. And he loses his mind on Fortnite. Just absolutely loses his mind. Now, I'm not saying that he's, that nobody should pay attention. Guy has done quite well for him. or for himself. I mean, absolutely amazing. Um, he's you can say whatever you want about how he's gone about it or if he's done it right. Um, the thing is, he's done it. Do I agree with how he went about it yesterday and losing his mind? Maybe not, but I understand why it happened that way. I do. Absolutely, I do. Because it can be a very frustrating game. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But to say that it's dead, that the numbers show it, just let it die. No, I don't agree with that. As a matter of fact, let me just take a quick look here. Let's. Oh, hang on. Now, why are we live there? Yeah. Fortnite's right back up on top. You know, there's. Although I am impressed. I am impressed. Shattered Web. CSGO is holding on nicely. See, just chatting. I think that's just chatting has really started to take over. I'm not saying we're going to be a just chatting channel. We're always going to play games, but you know, you're looking at Fortnite having 177,000 viewers. Just chatting has 201,000. And then you've got League at 141, CSGO at 130, and Apex. Apex, that surprises me. 93,000 for Apex, 91,000 for Grand Theft Auto. Escape from Tarkov still doing well at 79,000. And then you're looking at Rocket League and FIFA at 42 and 40, respectively. That's, I mean, there's some decent numbers there. There are. But to say that that Fortnite is dying, that's a rage moment that probably might have even been by design. Because again, Dr. Disrespect is no fool. He's absolutely no fool. And the theatrics of it. We're talking about it here. Tim tweeted it out. You don't think that there's not just a scintilla of, okay, I'm going to come in, I'm going to pick the right moment to get what the fuck pwned, and I'm going to lose my mind for it. You know, brilliant. IMO brilliant. It's all about salesmanship. It's all about brand placement. It's all about creating your persona and following through with that persona. And he might do it as well as anybody. He might just do it as well as anybody out there. But still, we had fun. You know, we finally found a heavy sniper once in almost 8 hours of gameplay yesterday. One time did we have a heavy sniper. But you know, we still got and so disappointed. I'm still focused on the fact that we got a Vic Roy yesterday, but we missed our heavy snipe Vic Roy. It was the same game, but somehow we managed to miss a headshot with a heavy sniper. It crushed me. I'm still thinking about that to this moment, because that would have been the perfect way to get our first Vic Roy on day 1 of season 2 in the doghouse. Because we all know, if you're following us, and you'd better be, don't make me come after you. You'd better be following us on all of those. Turn those notifications on. Hit the like button. Okay, so maybe I'm being a little pushy, but feel me here there. Actually, you know what? We might need to do this as well. Because we had some issues yesterday with our machine. Yep, sure do. It just quit. Our machine said, no, I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and just turn everything off halfway through a game. Let me do this. There we go. Much, much better. All right. But yeah, Missing that snipe cut me deep. Sports-wise, NBA started up last night, again after their All-Star break. Full slate of games tonight. The Mavericks are back in action. It'll be interesting to see just exactly where. Sorry, I'm just. What do you mean I have no new gliders? You're showing me I've got a glider. It'll be interesting to see how this last third of the NBA season works out. It will, at least in my opinion. I think the Raptors are surprising a bunch of people in the fact that they've got the third best record in the league. Now, granted, they needed a franchise record 15-game win streak, but they still pulled it off. I think you're still looking at Milwaukee being the best of the East. I think it's a coin toss for the West. And again, if you've been in the doghouse for more than a minute, you know I've been a Lakers fan since 1979, 41 years. I think the Clippers actually need to be given the nod for the best in the West. I do. I think they're a more well-rounded team. I think they can play with any team out there, whether they go big or small. I'm not trying to take anything away from my Lakers. I just think the Clippers are that much better. Now, would I emphatically take the Clippers over the Lakers in the Western Conference Final? Nope. Because you play 7 games for a reason. And you still have to come up against LeBron, who knows how to get to the finals. But that doesn't mean that the Lakers would be the best team in the West. It would mean that they were the best team for that 7-game stretch. I think the Clippers, maybe Kawhi winning a championship last year, will give them that same next level that LeBron can bring to this current Lakers team. But one thing I know for sure, it's going to be fun to watch. Absolutely going to be fun to watch the playoffs. We'll just wait and see. I hate to say we'll just wait and see, but really, everybody's looking at this last 30 games, 32 games, 34 games, whatever everybody has left, and going, okay, just nobody break a leg. Let's not lose superstars here. Let's have the best possible team for all 8 playoff teams in both conferences. Let's have the best of the best roll up and see what we can do. Something else I didn't know. Well, I knew, but I didn't know today was the day. But 40 years ago today, probably the best chance for hockey to take over the United States happened. And for those of you that might be watching the VOD a little later on, who might be a little younger than me, the Miracle on Ice happened today. A U.S. Olympic hockey team that was not supposed to medal, that was run by Herb Brooks and was considered to be a what the hell are we doing here moment, actually beat the Russians. And most people, incorrectly, believe that they beat the Russians to win the gold. They did not. They beat the Russians for the opportunity to go play for the gold medal, and I think it was the Finns that they beat a couple of days later. But 40 years ago today, Do You Believe in Miracles was uttered, and a team of what you might call misfits, which might be unfair because it was incredibly well coached, And it was a team that was built not for names, not for who knew who. It was a team that was, quite honestly, built to mesh just the way they did. That I don't think American hockey can ever recapture that moment. And that's sad to say because I am an NHL fan. I don't get to watch much NHL hockey, but I'm still an NHL fan. I just, that moment right there, if hockey was going to have a chance to grab hold in the U.S., that was it, and it really didn't. It really didn't. It did in pockets, but that as defining a moment as that was for the 1980 Winter Olympics, it still wasn't enough, which is unfortunate. If you ever have the chance, watch the movie Miracle on Ice. Kurt Russell plays Herb Brooks. Does an amazing job of playing Brooksy. And I don't think Herb Brooks lived to actually see the movie make the theaters. If I remember correctly, he died in a car crash shortly after they wrapped up filming. So I don't think he ever saw the movie. He saw bits and pieces of it. They were showing him little snippets here and there just to, hey, Herb, is this what you're going with? Belly Perm BR. Is that right? Did I say that right? How you doing, man? Welcome to the Doghouse. We're just chatting a little bit about the Miracle on Ice U.S. hockey team, Olympic hockey team beating the Russians 40 years ago today. Yeah, you did? Okay. I had to, I'm sure you saw the little look sideways and sideways going, what? Am I going to say this right? Am I going to butcher it? Do you only talk about American sports? No, I do not. I do not only talk about American sports. I try to be as well versed in all sports as I can. I am, don't hate me for this, because I've been a fan for years, for decades actually. But I'm a Man U fan. I'm a Premier League fan. Do you like snooker? Oh, I grew up in a pool hall. Absolutely. Now, I will say this. Living in Texas now, I don't have the same access to watching snooker as I used to. In Canada, when I lived in Canada, I'm not kidding. You could watch snooker on TSN, the sports network up there. There's another sports network too, and I'm drawing a blank on what it was. But you could watch the pros. Same thing with darts. You'd still watch darts up there. But the last 10 years down here, I haven't had the same exposure. Nice. Would you like to watch a really impressive player in Brazil? Who would that be? Give me a name. And again, keep in mind, I haven't watched these guys. Belinino Damawa. Okay. Oh, that's an I. Bianino Damawa. Okay. Hang on just a second, because I'm not pandering to you here. That's okay. I've got links turned off in here, just like that. So I will hit that up and take a look. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. I've got a number. Oh, no worries. No need to apologize. I have a number of Europeans that watch the stream. And I'll be honest, I'm surprised that nobody has mentioned snooker or even darts for that matter until this point. Because let's be honest, darts and snooker are almost as beloved as soccer, football, if you will, for my European friends. Love snooker, yeah. Like I said, and I'm not kidding. I grew up in a pool hall. We had a pool hall 3 blocks from where I lived, and I would go there every night. I'd shoot 8-ball. You know, they had a 4x8 table, but they had 6x12s as well, and we'd play all sorts of games. And I miss those days, because it's just, again, you know, you get a little older and time gets away from you. You only have so much time to do certain things. And now you've got to prioritize and all that adult bullshit that just gets in the way of, let's go do what we love to do. And I don't remember the last time I played that. I'm in the college and we play it all day. Nice indeed. And I was lucky too. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no doubt. Especially if you're in college, you know exactly how limited time is. I was lucky because the guys that I hung with all enjoyed playing pool as well. And it didn't matter what games we started to play. You know, it was, there was probably a half a dozen or 8 of us that would just go hang out, you know, and we were always playing. And then I got old enough to start drinking and going to the bars. And of course, playing 8-ball on a bar table that have pockets that literally seem to reach out and grab a ball when you compare it to a 6x12 pocket, but not even close. So you'd go to a bar, and I'm not saying that I was Fats Domino or anything like that and hustling pool, but me and one buddy in particular would go play to just kind of support our drinking habits. And very rarely did we not get our fill of our favorite beverage. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Although I will tell you this, and this is a humbling story, but this is I swear to God, this is true. Me and my buddy, this buddy that we always went drinking together, and we played pool to support our drinking habits. Not lying. We were in a bar, and we'd been there for about an hour, and we'd held the table the whole time that we walked in, not trying to break our arms, patting ourselves on the back. But these 2 young ladies came up, and we're 19 ourselves. These 2 young ladies came up, put their quarters on the table, and I'm not kidding. I'm chalking my cue, and I look her dead in the eye, and I laugh. And I'm not talking about a laugh. I'm going, just like that. So we win that game. We win the next game. She comes up, drops the quarters in, racks them. I break, don't make anything off of the break, and my partner didn't get a shot. She makes the first 3 shots, and I'm not trying to break my arm, pat myself on the back, but she makes the first 3 shots, and I look at the table, and I look over at my buddy, and I just mouth the words, "We're fucked," because I knew she had us. I knew I knew that she was going to finish off the next 5 shots, and he wasn't picking up the cue again. Just looking at the table. And sure enough, she runs the table, and I give her credit. And I to this day, I have no clue who this woman was. I've already passed by something like that. So you're feeling my pain. To her credit, after having some 19-year-old asshole laugh in her face, I walked over and I said, "What are you drinking?" And she just chalked her cue, and she didn't bat an eye at me. She just told me what she was drinking. I don't even remember what she was drinking, but she just told me what she was drinking. I went and got it for her. She said thanks, and my buddy and I left. And it was we were at a bar that was about 45 minutes from home. It was a very quiet ride home. Yeah, I can feel your pain. Yep. So that was one of those very, very humbling moments. You've got humiliated, and that's what it is. I would go humble. I've been humbled. And what's more is, and I'll just wait for you to, if you care to share that story, by all means do so. Oh, and here I thought I'd muted that, and I probably just belched in your ears. For me personally, that was one of those eye-opening moments where I essentially went, huh, I'd better be careful at how cocky I get from here on out. Because to be perfectly honest, I played basketball in high school, even at 5'9". You know, I was still MVP All-Star. Unfortunately, I carried the jock attitude, cock of the walk, the whole 9 yards. And I needed that as a 19-year-old out of school to just kind of dial myself back in, to let you know just exactly what I was like. I was so cocky that the last year I'm in school, we're in gym class. It's co-ed gym class. We're out playing baseball. I'm on the mound pitching. We're pitching. We're just tossing underhand. You know, we're not throwing fastballs or anything like that. There is a girl hitting at the plate, and she played organized ball. She was a great ball player. And I lob one in there, and she hammers this thing back, and I get my glove up in front of my face just in time to prevent broken noses all over the place. And in front of our gym teacher, she slams the bat down into home plate, and I'm, again, hand to God, she said, fuck, I missed him. Slammed the bat, walked away. That's telling you something. That's telling you how cocky you are. But I wasn't paying attention. I was still cocky. It's like, yeah, you sure did miss me. Next. But that can only get you so far in life. At least in my opinion. At least in my opinion. So definitely I will take a look at our Damawa and young fella there and watch him, because I said this yesterday. I was a goalkeeper at my 10, and I got my arm broke with. Oh, really? Damn. Now that ouch. Holy cow. That'll catch your attention in a hurry now, won't it? I was a hockey goaltender well after I got out of school. That might explain my current situation when too many hits in the head with a puck. But no, seriously, I'll definitely look up the fellow that you get, because we said yesterday at the start of our stream, at the start of our early stream, as we were getting ready for season 2, another day I got a cut in my head by hitting on the post. Now, did that need stitches? Or were you lucky enough to dodge the stitches? Because you get a head cut like that, that thing will bleed like you're going to die. This one hurt, no doubt. No doubt it did. Maybe even a little concussion there. But we said at the start of the stream yesterday that I enjoy all of the sports out there. I'm not saying that I understand them all, because to this day, I have watched cricket. At gunpoint, I couldn't tell you what the hell the rules are. Google's my friend. I get that. I just haven't taken that step to go ahead and go, okay, because any sport that's going to last 2 days, you probably should know the rules. You know, they talk about slow play in golf. They talk about Major League Baseball taking too long to play a game. Nobody understands cricket. I don't know how to play cricket too. Good. Okay, so we're in that same boat together. I'm watching this, and I'm not kidding. You'll see something like, oh, well, he only scored 127 runs that time. That was not his best outing. Wait, what? What? 127 is not good? What? All right. I'm Brazilian. I really can't understand American sports like football and baseball. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Hell, there are some of us over here that don't understand that either. So, or at least they think they do, and then they start talking. You go, dude, you've got no clue what you're talking about. Just move along. Born and raised in Brazil? It is so confusing. Yeah, well, and see, that's something, like I said at the outset, I was born and raised in Canada. I moved to the States, to Texas specifically, here about 10 years ago. So when I talk or try to talk hockey to Texans down here who are football crazy, the light just doesn't always come on. And that's not to be disparaging to my Texan friends, not at all. But it's, what are you used to watching for sports? Because what you're used to watching for sports typically allows you to pick up on other similar sports. But if you're in Brazil, like you said, you love watching snooker, football. I'll call it football for you. You play football. Well, NFL football, American football, and baseball. That there's very little to relate to that, because it's so different. I'll give you an example here. Offsides in football is not the same as offsides in American football, or even hockey for that matter. So you hear, if you're used to growing up with I think like that, because I can't understand any of them. Exactly. And again, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But you get one sports style that you're comfortable with, and then they've got the same terminology in other sports, and you're going, but that's not what I know. It's not easy. And one of the things that I'll use hockey as an example, and not because I'm Canadian, but I think it really fits here. I would like to understand anything of American football, for example. Yep. And I'm still learning. I've been watching American football since I was probably 13 or 14 years old, and I'm still learning. I still don't know near as much as some of the other guys. But again, because I grew up in Canada, I wasn't as exposed to that. My passions were hockey, basketball, and golf. Sure, the life is a continuous learning. Yeah, it is. So, learning. No, I got you. So, to use hockey as an example, if I try to talk hockey to my Texan friends, it doesn't make sense to them. It doesn't register to them. Even when I go to hockey games with them, they understand that something's going on. They love the pace of the game. They love the hitting. They love how fast these guys skate. They love the fact that there's going to be the occasional fight. There are going to be kerfuffles. But when you try to explain what an offside is, what tripping is, what interference is, goalie interference, things like that, they just look at you like you dropped out of a UFO and go, okay, dude, that makes no sense whatsoever. So they can go offside on this little blue line thingy, but then if they come back onside before somebody from their side touches the puck, then it's not offside anymore. How do you tell if somebody's touched the puck? And how can you tell if the guy's actually offside or not? Because his skate maybe, so you're telling me he can drag a skate? And it, again, if you don't grow up with it, it can be very difficult to pick up. Even when you get to watch it live and in person with somebody who has grown up with it, it takes time. It really takes time. What, if you don't mind my asking, what are you taking in college? And folks, we'll get to some Fortnite here pretty quick. But we're just chit-chatting here back and forth. This is typically how we start our Stone Dog streams. Mechanical engineering. Nice. How many years into it are you? Actually, let me ask you this. How many years do you have left? And that's something that I don't have the aptitude for. That it just does not. 2 more years? Yep. Nice. I again, this is what makes us all different. My ability, my natural tendencies are all sports related. To give you an example, and this goes back, I'm not young. My mom bought my dad an answering machine. And this is way back before smartphones and anything. I mean, we're still talking about rotary phones, not even push-button phones. This is how long ago this was. So my brother and I are putting this together because she's got him out for supper or something like that. She wants it set up when they get back home so that my dad can see this answering machine. Because it used to be that you'd pick up the phone, you'd say, no, my dad's not here. Can I leave a message? And we had a pen and paper beside the phone and you take a message. Well, now you voice it. So we plug this thing in, and this fucking thing doesn't work. We can't get it to work at gunpoint. So I start to read the instructions because I figure, okay, there's something here that we're not doing right. And I'm like on step number 5. And I look over to say, hey, and I'm talking to my brother, I go, hey, I think we need to do this. And he's got this thing torn apart. I mean, he's unscrewed this entire thing, and he's looking at it going, well, yeah, that's right. No, this is wrong right here. I don't even know why the hell they have this in here. We don't need that. And he's tossing, and I'm not kidding. He literally tore this thing apart, put it back together in about 30 minutes, and that damn thing worked forever. The length of my ability was to plug the damn thing in, and that's it. Now, love my brother like I do. He was no sports person. He couldn't play basketball. He couldn't play hockey. He couldn't play golf. Catching a baseball was a monumental challenge because he just didn't have the coordination. But you want something electrical done? You want something mechanical done? Yeah, he had it, and it was innate. It was a talent that I don't want to say that I'm jealous, but all the areas are great. Exactly. And again, if everybody was capable of doing everything, then okay, how boring would that be? You know? And it really, and something else too. And I'm not. We're getting a little off the sports topic here, but he was also a volunteer firefighter, and I'd watch him. My first 18, 19 years in different areas that get completed. Yep. My first 18 or 19 years out of school, I was in the newspaper business. And for the first 8 years in the newspaper business, one of the things that I did was I took pictures for our weekly hometown newspaper, which means if there were accidents that or fires or things of that nature, I would go take pictures. And I'll never forget, there was a fire at a farm, and this machine shed was fully engulfed. I mean, there was not a lick of building that wasn't aflame. And my little brother was lead on the first hose in, and he's walking into this building or burning building. I'm just looking at that going, dude, I wouldn't have the first clue how to attack a fire like that, you know? And so again, his talents were, it is impressive too. As a matter of fact, he had me speak at his wedding, and that was one of the stories that I told. And of course, my dad, who was the editor of the paper that I worked at, said, well, did you at least get the shot? And I said, well, of course I did. You put it on the front page of the paper. But yeah, it is. And again, just because somebody doesn't have talents in one place doesn't mean that they're not capable of providing talents in other places. We all have it within us. We do. Sometimes you need to nurture that talent a little more than somebody else. I appreciate firefighters, police, and everything like that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because they do the job, especially in Brazil. How different, and I know, chat, for anybody else that's in here, this isn't really sports talk, but now I'm intrigued. How different, they really make a difference? Awesome. What is it like to be on a service like that? Like our firefighters and police and what we call EMTs, emergency medical technicians, are they revered? Or how difficult is it to become involved in those jobs? Or is it more like over here where it's like, well, of course, and again, not everybody over here, please don't think that I'm painting everybody with the same brush over here in Canada or the US. But over here, typically speaking, especially nurses and doctors, overworked, underpaid, and I don't want to say taken for granted, because when the people that are involved in the situation are always very thankful. I have two nieces that are nurses, and believe me, one of them is a nurse at a critical child care hospital, which is not an easy job, because you're talking about young children that don't always survive whatever it is that they're fighting. But what's it like over there? And sorry to chat, we didn't mean to take that quite as dark as we just did, but hey, life is life too. No problem. Okay. But it is, it's the families that are directly involved in these instances are always very appreciative of the efforts that are made by police and firefighters and EMTs and doctors and nurses and stuff like that. But as a whole, it's almost a case of, if I haven't had to use them, then I don't really appreciate what they bring to us, if that makes sense. Like, I'll give you an example here. It was my birthday last September, and I am moving a heavy bed. Actually, let me hang on just a second. Here in Brazil, we have a lot of violence. Our social health care is ridiculous, and the people is very poor. I did wonder about that, about the wealth in the nation, because I know very little about Brazil. So thank you for sharing. While I wait for what I am assuming is more coming. On my birthday, I'm moving a large bed, and that's a complicated situation. Yes. And now, is that complicated because of politics, or is it complicated because of economics, or is it complicated perhaps because of a combination of both of those things, and a couple of yep. And that's unfortunate. The politics, exactly. I don't care where on the planet you live, politics should never play a part in healthcare. It just shouldn't. But invariably, it always does. Yep. Well, I do appreciate you sharing that. Absolutely. I learned a little something today. Learned a little something about Brazil. Hopefully you all learned a little something here. We are going to go ahead and we are going to get into a little Fortnite. For those of you that are in here that don't know, we started a new job about 3 weeks ago. And our Fortnite practice schedule has dropped to 0 while we kind of get acclimated to the new job. Real life, I'm a golf pro at a private golf club in North Texas. Prior to this job, I used to have probably the better part of 3 or 4 hours a day to practice before streaming. With this new position, actually, my former head pro at the course that I was at prior to this private club, he took the GM head pro position at this club, and then came and got me and said, "I want you over here." So we're in the process of developing new programs and what have you, and as such, I don't have the same time to practice. Let's see. Do you like automotive sports? Oh yes, F1, GT3, and things like that. I don't know why F1 GT3 got modded. I had to mod that to let it go. I wonder. Maybe it was the F1, GT3 that was the issue. I was a big F1 fan and a big NASCAR fan. Prior to starting in the golf business. In the golf business, I am always working on weekends. Always. So I did not get the opportunity. As an example, I really like Imp 1-2. Nice. I did not get to see like the endurance races. Absolutely. Yep, for sure. Which is, for me, the endurance races are always a little different than just your 500 milers or your F1 stuff, in that there is so much. To me, as much of a chess match as NASCAR is, with tire pressures and different car setups within legalities, when you're trying to tighten a car up or loosen a car up, and the wedge adjustments and all of that stuff. That, to me, that's a chess match unto itself. Same thing with F1, when you're trying to set up a car and you're trying to predict the track conditions. But endurance races, to me, are chess matches on steroids, because you're talking about not just trying to match the next 3 hours of a race or the next 500 miles of a race. You're looking at so much more. Again, in my opinion, you're looking at so much more. And you're talking, 24 hours of Le Mans. You can let's be honest. There have been 24-hour races that you've almost seen every possible weather condition thrown at you. It's not just rain during the day. It's not just winds. It's what happens when the sun starts to go down. What happens when the sun's starting to come up? What happens at night as the track condition changes? It is fascinating. Absolutely, it's fascinating. And to be honest with you, again, there's an example. As much into sports as I am, there is another sport where I wish I had a deeper understanding, because there's so much, to use this analogy, there is so much more than just meat and potatoes to something like that. It is, it's your appetizer, your main course, and your dessert. It's all right there for you. And I just love to be able to, to have the time and the understanding to dive deep into stuff like that. Because, and motorsports, growing up, when I did, I had the opportunity to own a couple of muscle cars. I owned a 72 Dodge Demon. That was, it was okay. A little 318 in it. It could get out and dangle a little bit, and I put a fancy paint job on it and stuff like that. That's fine. But I had a 70 Dodge Challenger that we'd stuffed a 383 into it, and I quarter-miled that thing as much as I possibly could. I'm going to say illegally quarter-miled it. It was street racing. But where we grew up, it wasn't street racing. It was out on country roads, where we had a particular stretch where you could see for 5 miles in any direction. so you knew if something was coming. That I say that as a young man, it was stupid, because all it would have taken was for an animal to come out and you're pooched. Man, I really need to go. Thanks for the talk. You're a very nice guy. Please stay like that. Thank you so much, Fleeperman, or Fellyperm, BR. Drop back anytime. No need to apologize. Thank you for chatting. Drop back anytime you want. We're always here. Our schedule's in the banner if you want. Wednesday through Sunday, with the occasional, we got to go do something else for the big boy job. We are on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, so StoneDog146, anywhere there you can find us. But thank you for dropping in. So I'll finish that thought. I was fortunate enough to be able to experience vehicles that I could drive at high speeds. And thankfully, I never encountered a situation where anybody got hurt. But fastest I went in that Challenger, not in a quarter-mile race, just open road. The speedometer went to 150, and it was bouncing. So we were 150 plus in that. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't recommend doing this on a road anywhere because I don't want anybody to get hurt. But that speed was amazing. But I was the epitome of a Dale Earnhardt Sr. Dale Earnhardt Sr. and even Dale Earnhardt Jr. to a certain extent, they always said, look, I don't understand how you make these adjustments to tighten or loosen a car up, all of that stuff. I'm just going to tell you what I feel, and then you guys are going to figure it out and make whatever changes need to be made. And that's what I was like. I knew how to drive them. I knew how to keep them between the ditches, but I didn't have a deep enough understanding of, okay, what do I want for a mixture in my Holley double pumper carburetor? How should I set my track bars so that when I'm trying to get all of that power to the pavement, that I get the best grip? How do I could understand, how I needed to come off of the line, and at what point in time I never really looked at my tack. It was more I was listening for the sound. I was listening for the sound of what the engine was giving me for when I'm looking to make my shifts. But it was fun. God, it was fun. Okay, let's go ahead and play some Fortnite. And again, Fellyperm, BR, thanks for dropping in. Love the chat. Loved the chat. And you know what, folks? Whether you're here now or watching the VOD later, that right there is what Twitch is all about. That right there, here's a young fella who is off in Brazil. I've never had the opportunity to speak to a Brazilian here we've got so many things in common, our love of sports and what have you, that it just makes it so easy to chat. And don't get me wrong, not every interaction is going to be the same. There are going to be some people that go, well, your sport's stupid, or I don't believe in sports, or yada yada, and that's fine. That's fine. But there's a community out there. There is a Twitch community out there for everybody. And that's one of the reasons why, after we're a year and 11 days into our streaming career. And that's why I'm still doing it, because I love these types of interactions. Absolutely love them. Although I do feel like we are underachieving because we're only level 29, and I'm pretty sure I saw Nick Merckx was like 157 or something. Dude, you'd better be going the other way because you want no part of me. I'm not kidding. Yeah, he is. We're gliding in here solo. Couple of dogs there. Everybody's over there. We got nothing down there. You are well north of here. Let's do that. Got shots out there that I hear fired. Can't be sure if I heard shots out there. Gonna be one of these games, is it? Bring those two, Stone Dog. God, I'm not sure who was worse, he or I. That was terrible, Stone Dog. All right. That was a little better. Not much, but a little. We were a little calmer that time. Whoops. Take it. All right. Give to me shield. Well, it's not shield, but it's something. And no, not really a fan. Not really a fan of the grenades. Oops. Yeah, we forgot all about the fish, didn't we? Well, that's clearly a bot. But hey, we thank you for your support. All right. So that at least answers the questions about whether bots are still in the game or not. Heavy sniper, come on. That is not a heavy sniper, damn it. Ooh, but that's a gold tack. We'll take that, bitch. Absolutely, we'll take that. Okay. Hang on. Oh, that's in here. Let's do this. Oops. We can't break that. All right. Okay, so we're pot committed on the TAC AR combination. Yeah, we're going to see how this works. Going heavy heels. Do not tell me that that's another bot. We can't... There can't be this many bots. Can there? Sure there can. Whoa, hello. All right. Well, if that's a bot... Where in the hell? Okay. All right, Sparky, I get it. You're not happy with me. So be it. I get that. See what he does now. be honest, I'm a little surprised that he just sat there and took that. Because that's quite literally what he did. He just sat there. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, let's throw all this shit out. Oh. What in the hell is... Oh, are you serious? God dang it. Mr. C4. All right. I don't want that out in the open. Oh, you got a sniper rifle, don't you? Yeah, you sure do. We gotta be careful. We're kind of surrounded here. Two, huh? All right. Hey, Silent. How are you? Put two. Never mind. We're focused. Sorry. All right, where are the other two? Oh, so you've got one too, do you? Where are you? Where'd you go? Oh, are you fucking kidding me? How did we lose that? Oh, fuck. That was just absolutely idiotic play on our part. We should never have come down. We should have just simply dropped the fucking rocket there. God damn it. And I completely drew a blank on why we were healing. Or why we weren't healing. Sorry. I didn't even realize I was that low. I didn't even realize I was that low. Yeah, I had a med kit. I had it all. I had it all. I let that one get away. Oh, that's too bad. And I had the drum gun too. You know, I should have just opened up on him with a drum gun. That would have torn through him. And those are the types of mistakes that I just stopped thinking for a moment, and it costs us. You know, in such a well-played game. And we threw it away. Just threw it away. God damn it. I got so focused looking for him. Yeah, unfortunate. I tend to call it just plain stupid. I'm gonna call it what it is. It's just plain stupid on my part. That was ours to win. You know, I should have even just stayed up top there. And, or at least, you know, circled the wagons a little bit and gone back up. I just forgot about my kit. I got so focused on hitting them with that gold tack. Nope, sure wasn't. Oops. I mean, if you healed, you still could have done what you did and you still would have won. Yep, yeah, exactly. I just lost track of my health. I didn't think, when I got into that fight with that guy, I didn't register that that he was on me like that. You know, that he'd done that type of damage, and I didn't even stop to think, to look at what I needed for. I had plenty of time to heal. I gave him one. Gave him one. Well, you RPG'd yourself at the beginning of the fight. Are you sure? Now I'm gonna have to go back and take a look at that to see exactly what it... God, the bloom is terrible. The guy you killed didn't do any damage to you, I don't think. You RPG'd yourself, and then the last guy third-partied you. The last guy third-partied me? No, there was... that last guy that I fought, there was just the two of us left. What in the... when did this happen? When did somebody... oh, for the love of God. Okay. No, when there were 3 people left, the guy that ended up winning got a shot or 2 off on you. Really? I didn't think he hit me. I knew he was shooting at me. I didn't think he hit me. I could be wrong. We'll go back and take a look at... well, we might not want to. All right. Truly, old man memory activated. Oh, no shit. And I was going to say, truly the big mistake was not using the drum gun. That was the critical error. Who only hits one of these? God damn it. I'm almost tempted to drop that slurp fish just to get that, but... also, bolts are still in the game. I thought it was suppressed that were in the game. All right. Oh yeah, suppressed bolt. Yeah. Okay. As long as we're on the same page. Okay. What do we got for a run? A little bit of a run. Let's take a quick look here. I need something more than a gray so that we can upgrade that. We're gonna have to go pretty quick here. Shit. Oats, okay. We're gonna pick this gray up while we're here. Get one more over here. Don't know that that one's still there. You'll be back? Okay. Yep. Oh, there's what we're looking for. There's what we're looking for, baby. Now we're cooking with gas. Giddy the freak up. Gonna be a cock blocking motherfucker. Is that what you're gonna do? Are you live until 9 or 10? 10. 10. I've got an hour and a half left to go. 10 Eastern time. Opened with the wrong gun. Engaged too soon. Got a little slap happy there. Earned shotgun expert in season 2. Earned 3 different weapon specialist accolades during the same match. Harvested 999 stone in a single match during season 2. Won a solo match during season 2. Yada yada yada. Hang on, we got to check to see what's going on in our curling. Oh, right on. I had asparagus and a baked potato for dinner. That doesn't seem like enough, if you're asking me. Now, I get broke college student. I understand that. Just saying. It's not enough, but it's going to have to be enough. Yep. No, I understand. Let's do that and that. This and this. I didn't mean to break that tree down. I did have a bread roll. Oh, well then. You know. Not going to be fat shaming anybody here, but still, you might want to lay off of the bread rolls. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Chat, if you're enjoying the stream, whether you're here live or watching on the VOD, go ahead and hit that follow button. Turn notifications on. If you're really feeling it, go ahead and do what our buddy Silent did yesterday. Check to see if you've got a free Twitch Prime sub. Click subscribe in the upper right hand corner. Subscribe free. You may have a free Twitch Prime sub. Subscribe free. That free Twitch Prime sub would make you a member of the Doghouse, where it's the only place on Twitch. Being in the Doghouse is a good thing. Let's do that, shall we? No. Don't need to kill that stone dog. Money. Yeah, it does. And just in case chat is wondering, every penny that we get in the Doghouse does go back into the stream. So, all these fancy little graphic thingies, both on screen and behind us. Nobody does that stuff for free. Go figure, huh? I know. I'm shocked too. You'll be back? I'll be here. Well, depending on when you get back. Okay. I don't mind if I do. Okay, now we just need to find ourselves some kind of a shotgun. Preferably a pretty purple or gold one. Just saying. Streamer loot. Streamer loot indeed. think we gotta go that route. I think we've got to go this route. I'm still so pissed that we missed that first game. We had that dub. We just effed it up. Harpoon gun. Now, I don't know how many people are going to be up here. Oh, nice shot. Nice shot. Chat, I'll be right back. We got to take a quick break. Going to run a couple ads. You're not going to miss anything. Okay? Just hang around. We'll be right back. Promise you won't miss anything. Ads help out the channel. Appreciate you. Oh, crap. Actually, let's just do a quick break here. Let's take a look, shall we? That should have been 9 and first. Holy cow. We had 19 health that entire time. And we didn't even see it. And what's worse is, I know for a fact we had all the health. We had 4 floppers and I think we had 6 minis. Not to mention what he dropped there. This dude's over here. How did he get to us without us seeing him? He's hiding there. Okay, now we gotta see. He's behind this tree, isn't he? Right there. God dang it. That's unfortunate. We simply missed him. We simply didn't see him. And the fact that we had 19 health when we could have had 150. Oh, crap. Crappity crap crap crap. Did I mention crap? Because I should have said crap. Crappity crap. By the way, if I didn't say crap, crap. Putting it out there. Can't believe I missed that. I guess we really should have coned and snuck a peek. So many things we could have done better in that game. So many things we could have done better in that game. One. So one at the farm. Didn't really mean to. Didn't really mean to. We did. But didn't mean to. Itchy face, sorry. Well, a little bit of unfortunate news here, chat. One of the few cats that I have enjoyed being around is apparently no more. A friend of ours that we used to work with had taken this cat home. His name was Barney, and he took him home because Barney was getting a little older, and he wanted to make sure that, you know, the coyotes out at the golf course didn't get a hold of him. And he let him out Tuesday for his usual nightly roam, and they haven't seen him since. So it's unfortunate. It happens to all of us. Boo cats. This, you would have liked Barney. I know that there are some people out there that just absolutely don't like cats. Barney was impossible not to like. As a matter of fact, my friend, this was the only cat that he ever liked. And he liked him enough to take him home. So, unfortunate. Unfortunate. Contemplated for a second. We've already got a green one. And welcome back, by the way, Silent. Trying to keep track of what's going on with my niece's curling. So if you hear the bells tolling, that is not the Reaper coming for me. Well, I mean, it might be. But at least those bells aren't really the Reaper coming for me. Are we full on that already? Holy hell. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Nothing, 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 nothing. Whole bunch of nothing. Thanks for nothing. Ooh. Somebody murdered somebody with a drum gun. Nice. No. I need blue or better for the tack, please. Geez, what? What'd I miss? Did I miss something? Because I'm old, I have problems keeping up. You have all these heals so you don't heal. Hey, easy now. I forgot one time. One time. And we did go back and look, and you're right. I had 19 health when I engaged that dude. To say I'm disappointed in myself is not just an understatement. What in the hell went on here? Don't you laugh at me. God damn it. Well, okay, maybe you can laugh at me. How do you clean all of this up and then not get these two? Running, running, running. Right. Well, we're gonna go purple. We'll go purple mode here. Stop getting quiet. Freaking me out. Let's see here. God, I saw purple and I thought, do not be attacked or I will lose my mind. What the hell is that? Oh, burst. Okay. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 fishing rods. All right then. I see him. Ooh, does he see me though? Because he left that alone. Okay, no, he doesn't. Boy, I don't know what this is gonna do. Mets baseball is on tomorrow. I'm very excited, but I also have to do an essay. Aha. I can see your dilemma. How tricksy was that? Oh shit. Oh, nice move. God damn it. Fuck. We did so good to get out of there, and then we just landed right in the fucking fire. And I'm not talking, oh, it's a little toasty warm. I mean, somebody dropped us in the volcano. Hang on. Huh. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Come on. I think if my niece wins the game she's playing right now and the other game stays the same, I think she gets first. I think. First going into the final four. She should be in the 1-2. Hey, Jack, how's things going? What's the good word today? Oh. Hang on. We appear to be, Houston, we have a problem. We came out of the bus sideways. We need some assistance. See that little sideways drift? That's never a good thing. Oof. What the? Well, I've never seen the drift last on land either. Holy smokes. That's no good. What do we need to do? That's what we... Hey, Stone Dog. Quit. I'm fine, except apparently my motor skills have left me. I need to move my escape key for some reason. Been one of those days, as Silent will tell you. We started off the stream with an 8 elimination second, because we didn't realize that we had been reduced to 19 health with the second to last fight, and we engaged a guy with 19 health, and we had all of these heals. So we should have had a 9 elimination Vic Roy. Instead, we're sitting here going, huh, well, that was a dumb thing to do. And here we are. Silent is excited because the Mets baseball starts tomorrow, but he's got other issues because he's also got an essay due tomorrow. Yes, rip dam. Exactly. I hate it when I do dumb things like that. I mean, those are avoidable mistakes. Just situational awareness went in the garbage. And what's worse is, when I went back to look at the VOD, I came to realize that the guy snuck by us in a very unflattering fashion. He open watered us. Yeah. Yeah. Which is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Hey. Right. Quit that. Don't you be drifting downstream on me. Oof. So we've been trying to recover from that dubious mistake ever since, and no, we have not. We have oh, already? I was trying to speak about Fortnite earlier to this guy on Twitch, and he said, "Get the F out. Fortnite is shit." Well, probably because he's bad at it. Like, some people have no respect. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Did you happen to see Dr. Disrespect lose his mind on Fortnite yesterday? I said at the start of the stream that it's quite possible that that was an entirely contrived explosion on his part. And the reason I say that is that he's an entertainer. He knows how to generate buzz, and a meltdown like that is something very easy. Yeah. I to be perfectly honest, don't get me wrong, he's not a Fortnite fan. I get that, but I really think that was a preconceived notion on his part, that he was going to do that at the opportune time, and it presented itself to him. Okay, we have to go. Not sure I'm happy with this loadout. A lot of green there on that screen. A lot of green on that screen. Oh, and the other thing about that second place, Adolem second place, we also had the drum gun in our hands. The mythic drum gun didn't bring it out. Did not bring it out. That was bad. I'm gonna do that. Just because we've got to have something other than a half pot to be blue in our world. But yes, some folks just don't get it. You know? Damn, that was a big L. Oh, yes, it was. Oh, it sure was. Hey, dude, I won't fight you if you don't fight me. Leave me alone. Alright, let's just both get to where we need to be. Okay. I guarantee he's going to try to shoot me out of here. Well, some sort of something going on over there. Oh, hello. Well, that's way too much of the high ground there. Holy hell. When someone kills me, I build it 2 times cubes with wood and cover and throw a grenade and kill his ass. Nice. And that should have said 2 by. My apologies. I knew what you meant. I just couldn't state it. Use your words, Stone Dog. Quick peek in here. Nothing. Okay. Sadly, this is as good as it's going to get. Silent was so disappointed in us too. We had heals much like we do right now in the very next game after that big L, and he goes, "Oh, all those heals. Such a shame you never learned how to use them." Okay, I gotta accept that. I gotta accept that. I'm guilty. He giggled. Can't say that I blame him. I played a game last night. I got 16 kills, but I was 4th. Ooh, 16. Nice. I have not had 16. 9 is my best. Go take a quick peek. Something good. Thank you. Ask and ye shall be granted. Da, 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 da. What? My best was 23. Wow. 20 bombs. That's impressive. That is defo impressive. We're gonna ruin somebody's day by taking this. Then we're going to try to get all the way down here. Oh, there, I see you. Shit. And that's exactly the way our day has gone. After that first game, we are always late to the party. Too weak. And not happy with it. So there you go. Not that they really care, chat, because they don't. Hang on, we're checking curling scores. Got a question. I'll play in a bit. I'm playing Overwatch in the moment. Noise. I hate to say this out loud, chat, but that last engagement kind of showed our age, because boy, were we ever slow on the fucking draw. Well, you know what? I shouldn't say it shows our age. It shows our lack of preparation. Because a lot of what goes on in Fortnite is reaction via anticipation. You know, making excuses, sure, you can say that, absolutely. But I don't think many of the pros would disagree either. I don't. Okay, dude. Now you pissed me off. Where are you? Nope, there's two there still. How is that still being held up? What the fucking hell? Is there 17,000 people there? I really knew I shouldn't have taken that. Do you think this is fair? Known as the most infamous brawl in NBA history, the Pacers-Piston altercation, also known as the Malice in the Palace. I know what we're talking about. On November 19th, 2004, was a massive fight that involved both players and spectators. The NBA suspended 9 players for a total of $11 million in lost salaries. 5 fans also received criminal charges and were banned from Piston home games for life. I don't know exactly if those, my guess is that there was video evidence of those 5 fans instigating something, because for something of that nature to take place, and by something I mean the for lifetime bans like that, they don't just throw those out there for the sake of throwing them out there. They don't. Now, if it was words being spoken that, and that's all it was, then no, that wasn't fair. If there were physical actions, then yes, because you, as a league, I don't care what league it is, you have to prevent at all costs players from going into the stands or fans coming onto the playing surface. I've seen players go into the stands in hockey games as well. Not recently, but I've still seen it happen. And that might be even more of a dangerous situation, given, you know, you've got hockey sticks, you've got very, very sharp skate blades. I'm not saying that a guy's gonna you know, deliberately kick somebody with a blade. What I'm saying is, if you're fighting and you're not on ice, and you slip and fall, and your foot kicks out with that blade, Clint Malarchuk, that wasn't even a fight, but that's the type of thing that can happen when players lose their balance and end up in precarious situations. And my guess is you know what I'm talking about with Clint Malarchuk. If you don't, don't go looking for it if you've got a queasy stomach. As a matter of fact, not long after that incident, a junior hockey player, it might have even been younger than junior, younger than 16, he might have been 13 or 14, lost his life because of an incident involving a wayward hockey blade or skate blade. So yeah, things can go sideways in a hurry. Yeah, I remember that in hockey. Yep. Thought you might. I already have one of those, god dang it. Actually, let's do this first, not get stupid. So yeah, to answer your question, I don't have enough information to know what I would deem fair and not fair. But I would tend to err on the side of the league, because even at that time, especially under Stern, I don't think they would have just arbitrarily gone, we got to kick 5 people out for life. It's possible. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think it would have happened. You know, not with Stern. He just, as a commissioner, he just seemed to have a better feel for things of that nature. And your thoughts? What do you think? Fair, unfair, just right, just wrong? Damn. Okay, so we've seen a gray pump, which isn't really a shotgun. It's a shotgun. I understand. I understand how people will go, no, Stone Dog, that's a shotgun. No, it's not. It's a gray pump. For the love of God, it's not really a shotgun. It's a pretend shotgun. It's like the old guns that they used to give us as kids so we wouldn't hurt ourselves. It's just an air gun with a cork on a string at the end of it. That's what a gray pump is. True story. I'm not sure that it says that in the description on Fortnite wiki pages, but it should. Somebody should correct that egregious error. I'm kidding. What do we got? 3 minutes? Yeah, we got time. We got time. We're gonna have to make time. That's the only tough part about this rotation. We're really, really solid with brick and stone. Or brick and steel. Not so much with the wood. Okay, see this? See this mess right here? 8, 1. Goose egg, goose egg, goose. Oh, it is so frustrating to play so well for one game and then go absolutely batshit brain dead for the next 6. Speaking of hockey earlier, I was watching some early games and holy shit, it was fun. I haven't watched an NHL game for months. NHL hockey in the 80s was probably some of the best hockey that was ever played because the game was much more wide open. It started out that way, Jack. But then because we haven't been able to practice, I can't replace walls by just simply playing. I have to be able to practice that. And getting into that situation, I'm quite honestly just trying to break a freaking wall, and I'm missing I'm pressing the wrong button to replace it. But NHL hockey in the 80s, I've got to be honest with you. I'm a huge hockey fan. But ever since somebody developed the trap, and I think it was actually the New Jersey Devils that first lined up 3 guys along the fucking blue line and said, okay, beat us. We're going to play, instead of playing the game in our end or your end, we're going to play it in center ice where we can just jam it up. Now, granted, they have gotten rid of that. They've gotten rid of the 2-line infraction. They've brought back tag up offsides. It's not enough, in my opinion. And to be perfectly honest, and to be fair, because we have talked about health-wise safety in sports. I'm sorry, but guys are just a hell of a lot bigger. They're a hell of a lot faster. And you talk about the impact of 300-pound linemen in the NFL coming together. Put 225-pound forwards on skates going as fast as they can and have that impact come together. I'm telling you, it's not a 30-mile-an-hour car crash that you're talking about. So I get that. I do. The other thing about Fortnite right now is that we've got a different composition going to. We used to be 3 weapons and 2 utilities. We're 2 weapons and 3 utilities now, and we are missing that SMG because we would have just simply bullied our way in there. Ooh. He tried to get tricksy on us, and we were trixier. Gotta be honest. Need some sort of heals. Or shield, pardon me. Alright, be right back, man. Gotta grab some snacks. Alrighty. Dang it. Slurp. I gotta go. I can't go fight that. I just can't. No matter how much I want to. Because we gotta find shield of some sort. Some sort of a mess going on over there. I'm gonna check down here, see if we got any minis. Mini. There we are. Okay, let's go hit these. I'm gonna run down the stream just to see if there's anything else that we can scavenge over here. Scavenge, pardon me. So that's 3 of those. Just show me one more. Just give me one more fishing hole. No, huh? Oh, right there. There we are. Okay. I think it's going to be this one, isn't it? Shit. Oh boy. You're there. We're not going there. Why are you shooting at me, you dumb idiot, when you've got somebody on you? We probably should have gone a third-party dive, but there are idiots over there, and I want no part of idiots right now. Oh, hold up. Yeah, I see him going for that stuff. I just can't convince myself to go get that. I just can't. I should, I know. Ebus. Oh yeah, we killed the guy who thought he was sneaky. Trying to figure out where did that elimination come from. And do you know, chat, how we realized where he was? Because I actually saw Ninja almost get eliminated in a fight like that. True story. It's on his YouTube page. 23 elims in a solo. Okay. Let's go beat some stuff up here. Keep looking for traps. There are no traps. Old habits die hard. Old habits die hard, don't they? Shit. Holy fuck, even when we do it all right, we still get fucking what the fuck owned. All right. I knew we were in a tough spot there. I should have just gone into the house and come out the other side. Oh well. That brain's my damage. That brain's my damage, something fierce. Dude, you got no chance at that. Son, you got no chance. Bye now. That is what they call the God drop. Now, let's just not... well... we can't say what we want to say because... no. Let them be. We needed probably 2 more shots to hit there. Just saying. Yeah, I know. Now, you might ask, Stone Dog, why did you run away from that and not finish it off? Keeping the cover. Are you serious? Are you how many fucking... What the fuck just happened there? What the fuck just happened there? Ten eliminations all night. 6 zeros. Pardon me. Yeah, 6 zeros. 10 eliminations in 9 games. 8-1, 2 in the next 8. I have no idea what the fuck happened there. I don't. You know, I broke that guy's shield. I hit him 1,000 fucking times with that. Oh, fuck off. Okay. Hold up just a second. We didn't break his shield. Oh, Stone Dog, you're already dead. That's why you're not showing up, you dummy. Oh, shit, no. I'm just checking to see if this is the guy that we hit. I don't think it is. Because he's right here. Yeah, there's the guy that we hit. We lasered. Well, on that terrible note, chat, we're going to call it a night. We got to be up in 8 hours. 8? Yeah, in 8 hours to get ready to go to work. We have about 2 hours worth of social media stuff to do before we go to bed. So, I don't know what to tell you there. It started so promising and it just collapsed. I guess, you know, we'll come back tomorrow night and we'll do it again. Hang on just a second. We're all sorts of updates coming. 8-5 Manitoba after 8. Jones has 6. Northern Ontario 10. 10-6. It is looking like my niece will actually get first place overall heading into the final stage of the playoffs. 2 ends to go. They've got a pretty good hold on things. It's not shaking hands right away, but they're in command. And the other team that's currently they actually lost to earlier today is now losing, and they're losing worse than my niece's team is winning. So with 2 ends to go, fingers crossed. The 1-2 page, the playoff system in curling is a little different. Once they get through the championship round, you've got the top 4 teams. 1 plays 2, 3 plays 4. The winner from the 1-2 game goes directly into, it's called the page system, goes directly into the championship game. The winner of the 3-4 moves on to play the loser of the 1-2, and the loser of the 3-4 goes home. So it's a pretty neat system, pretty good system. We are back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are not going to stream a week from tomorrow night due to tournament play, but we will try to get a bonus stream in sometime next week. To everybody that dropped by, thank you so much, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.